Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's another beautiful day and I hope you're all doing well. Today, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to all of you who have been supporting me and my channel. Your support means the world to me and I'm grateful for every single one of you. I also wanted to take a moment to talk about the weather. It's been quite unpredictable lately, hasn't it? One moment it's sunny and warm, the next it's raining cats and dogs. But you know what? I kind of like it that way. It keeps things interesting and adds a bit of excitement to our day. Speaking of excitement, I wanted to share some good news with you. Yesterday, I gained a new subscriber. It might not seem like much, but to me, progress is progress, no matter how small. It's a reminder that hard work and dedication pays off and that my content is resonating with some people out there. I started this channel with the intention of sharing my love for gaming and connecting with like-minded individuals. It's been a journey so far, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. I'm learning new things every day and improving my skills as a content creator. But none of this would be possible without you guys. Your feedback and support have been invaluable to me, and I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you've been with me since the beginning or just stumbled upon my channel recently, I want you to know that you're a valued member of this community. So, once again, thank you for your support. It means more to me than you know. I hope you'll continue to tune in for my future videos and join me on this journey. For today's video, it will be unique, so please stay tuned with me on this match. As you watch this gameplay, you'll notice that I'm not engaging in any battles or trying to eliminate any opponents. As you can see, I just wandered aimlessly, taking in the sights and exploring the map. But what's interesting is that even after several minutes of wandering, my team and I still haven't met up with any other players. It's a testament to the vastness of this game and the endless possibilities it offers. I could have easily spent the entire game just wandering around without encountering any other players. It's a reminder that there's more to Fortnite than just battling it out with others. Sometimes it's nice to just take a break and enjoy the game at your own pace. As you can see, I'm not doing much of anything during this gameplay. I'm just playing around, and even if I'm not searching for loot and funny things, I still do not meet with other players, and you know what? It's actually quite refreshing. Sometimes, we can get so caught up in trying to win and be the best that we forget to just enjoy the game for what it is. Taking a break from the intensity of Battle Royale and just playing around can be a nice change of pace. Of course, it's important to remember that this approach might not always work. If you're trying to climb the ranks or win competitions, then you'll need to hone your skills and play strategically. But for those times when you just want to have fun and play without any pressure, playing around can be a great option. So, as you watch this gameplay, don't expect any epic battles or impressive feats. Instead, sit back, relax, and enjoy watching me play around and have some fun in Fortnite. Alright, so in this gameplay, I decided to take a stroll through a small town and a nearby quarry. Now, as many of you may know, these are typically hotspots for player activity and intense battles. But for me, I seem to have the luck of a clumsy llama when it comes to finding other players. So there I was, wandering through this small town, expecting to see players left and right, but to my surprise, it was completely deserted. It was like the apocalypse had hit and I was the last person on Earth. I mean, I half expected to see tumbleweeds rolling by at any moment. But I wasn't going to let that get me down. Oh no, I was determined to find some action. So, I made my way over to the nearby quarry. Now, this is usually a prime spot for loot and player activity. But once again, my luck seemed to be running out. I wandered around the quarry for what felt like an eternity, but there wasn't a player in sight. I even climbed up to the top of the quarry, hoping to get a better view and maybe spot some action. But alas, all I saw were a few stray chickens pecking around. At this point, I was starting to wonder if I had entered an alternate universe where Fortnite battles just didn't exist. I mean, it was like all the players had decided to take the day off or something. Alright, so I have to admit, I was starting to get a little frustrated during this gameplay. I mean, I had wandered through a small town and a quarry, two places that are usually swarming with players, and yet, I couldn't find anyone to battle. It was like the game was playing a trick on me, leading me on a wild goose chase just for the fun of it. And let me tell you, it was not fun for me. I mean, what's the point of playing Fortnite if there's no one to battle? So, I did what any frustrated player would do. I started jumping from one place to another in the most ridiculous and funny way possible. I mean, I was doing cartwheels, backflips, and even tried to moonwalk at one point. I think I even startled a few chickens that were pecking around nearby. But you know what? I didn't care. I was so fed up with not finding any opponents that I just wanted to do something silly and funny to lighten the mood. And you know what else? It actually worked. I found myself laughing and enjoying the game again. Sometimes, when things don't go our way, we just need to take a step back and do something completely unexpected and out of the ordinary. So, if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, where you're wandering around aimlessly and can't seem to find any opponents, try doing something funny and silly. You never know, it might just be the thing you need to turn your frustration into enjoyment. I mean, just imagine the looks on the faces of any opponents that might have been watching me. They probably thought I was some kind of crazy player who had lost their mind. And honestly, that's fine with me. If it means I can have some fun and make the most of my gameplay, then I'll gladly be the crazy player jumping around. Finally, I heard the sound of gunshots in the distance, and let me tell you, I was over the moon. It was like music to my ears after wandering around aimlessly for what felt like hours. I made my way towards the direction of the sound, with my heart racing in anticipation of finally meeting some opponents. I was imagining all sorts of scenarios in my head, from taking down a whole squad single-handedly to making a daring escape from a fierce firefight. But as it turns out, my imagination was just that, imagination. Because when I finally got to the location of the gunshots, I was greeted by not one, not two, but three enemy players who had clearly teamed up against me. I don't think I've ever felt so betrayed in my life. I mean, after all that wandering and waiting, I finally meet my opponents, only to be ganged up on and killed in a matter of seconds. It was a rude awakening, to say the least. I had been so focused on finally finding some action that I didn't even consider the possibility that I might be outnumbered and outgunned. In retrospect, I should have been more cautious and aware of my surroundings. But in that moment, all I could think about was finally getting some action and taking down some opponents. And now, looking back on it, I can't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. I mean, how ironic is it that after all that aimless wandering, I finally found my opponents only to be taken down so quickly. But you know what? That's just how it goes sometimes in Fortnite. You win some, you lose some, and sometimes, you just get ganged up on by 3 opponents at once. So, to all my fellow players out there, remember to stay aware of your surroundings and be cautious when entering any potential firefight. And if you do happen to get taken down by multiple opponents, just remember to laugh it off and keep on playing. After all, it's just a game, and the most important thing is to have fun. So there I was, lying on the ground, waiting for my teammates to revive me after being taken down by those 3 enemy players. And let me tell you, waiting for a revive can be one of the most boring and frustrating experiences in Fortnite. I mean, you're just lying there, unable to do anything except watch your teammates continue on without you. And if they're not close by, you might have to wait for what feels like an eternity for them to come to your rescue. But as frustrating as it can be, it's also a test of trust and faith in your teammates. You have to believe that they'll come to revive you, that they'll have your back when you need them most. And you know what? In this case, my faith was rewarded. My teammates finally made their way to revive me, and I was back in the game once again. It might seem like a small victory, but in a game like Fortnite, where every second counts, being able to get back up and fight again can make all the difference. So, to all my fellow players out there, remember to trust in your teammates and have faith that they'll come to your rescue when you need them most. And if you do find yourself waiting for a revive, try to stay positive and use the time to plan your next move once you're back in the game. After all, Every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger and better than ever before. As we reached the final stages of the game, I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. This was it, the moment we had all been waiting for. Only 7 players remained, including 3 from our own team. I knew that this was going to be a tough battle. I hadn't managed to get any eliminations throughout the entire game, and I wasn't exactly the best player on my team. But I was determined to do my best and help my team come out on top. As we made our way towards the final circle, my heart was pounding with anticipation. I could see the other players in the distance, and I knew that it was only a matter of time before we would have to engage in battle. And then, it happened. The other players started firing at us, and chaos erupted on the battlefield. I was running for cover, trying to avoid the enemy fire and stay alive as long as possible. But even though I wasn't getting any eliminations, I could see that my teammates were doing an amazing job. They were taking down enemy players left and right, and I could see that we had a real chance of winning this thing. As the battle raged on, my nerves started to calm down a bit. Finally, there is only one enemy left. As we approached the enemy's position, our hearts were pounding with anticipation. We knew that this was it, the moment that we had been working towards all game long. This outcome was really not in my mind for the first time. As you can see, I'm only wandering around, and my team got lucky and reached this final moment. I knew that my team was in good hands, and that we were all working together to achieve a common goal. And then, finally, it was over. We emerged victorious, with all 3 members of our team still standing. We had done it, we had won the game. To all my viewers out there, thank you so much for tuning in to watch this somewhat unconventional Fortnite match. I know it wasn't the most action-packed game out there, but I hope that it still managed to entertain you in its own unique way. And if you enjoyed watching this match, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future content. I'm always looking for new and exciting ways to play Fortnite, and I love sharing my experiences with all of you. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.